Well, this is a serious incident. It started from a fatal traffic accident involving a private bus and a pedestrian. A crowd reacted to the accident and started a riot. Police and SCDF responded to the incident. Several police and SCDF officers were injured, and a number of police and SCDF vehicles were burned, and others were damaged. Minister Ishwaran and I visited the incident scene earlier together with CP and DCP and have established that the situation is under control. I will now ask Deputy Commissioner to provide details of the case.
Okay, good morning. On 8th of December at 2123 hours, police received a call with the message, "A bus has knocked down someone here. Ambulance required." Police responded, and subsequent investigations revealed that at 2123 hours, a fatal traffic accident occurred between a private bus and a pedestrian at the junction of Racecourse Road and Hampshire Road. Shortly afterwards, a riot broke out involving a crowd of about 400 persons. About 300 police officers responded to handle the riot. 7 police vehicles and 1 ambulance were damaged during the riot. A few other private vehicles were also damaged in the course of the incident. A total of 10 police officers were injured. 7 have since sought treatment at hospitals, and 1 has been discharged. The condition is not known to be serious at this time. The identity of the deceased, he is a male 33-year-old Indian national, and the bus driver is a Singaporean. Police have since arrested 27 subjects in connection with this rioting. We treat this incident very seriously, and we have classified the case as one of rioting with dangerous weapons. We will spare no effort to arrest those who are involved. Thank you.
I want to make very clear that the government will not tolerate such lawless behavior. I've asked the police to investigate the matter thoroughly and deal with all aspects of this incident and all persons involved strictly, firmly, and fairly according to our laws. And I ask members of the public to stay calm, not to react to any speculation, and let the facts be established. And I'll take any questions that you may have.
Yeah. Just Mananda from Reuters. Such an incident has not happened since when in Singapore?
Well, I've been a police officer 26 years, and I have not. This is not in my experience, professional experience. So at least for the, I'd say easily for the last 30, 40 years, we have not had rioting on our streets. So yes, very rare.
Do you have details on the nationalities of those arrested, please?
Roger?
Yes, we have arrested 27 subjects, and they are all from South Asia.
Could we take that to mean they are Indian nationals?
We cannot, but we have to verify.
Okay.
So South Asia is a big place.
Other questions?
Yeah. Can we confirm if there were any Singaporeans involved in the rioting in the 400?
As far as we know now, there was no Singaporean involvement.
Were any civilians injured? Singaporean civilians injured?
The bus driver and the as briefed.
And his assistant.
Raja.
Yeah. The bus driver and his assistant.
And my police officers.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you elaborate on the aspects in which the police were looking into, because you mentioned about all aspects of the investigations?
Okay. Well, let me say that the incident that happened last night is intolerable. Wanton violence, rioting, destruction of property, fighting the police. It's not the Singapore way. And the police will spare no effort first to identify, and then we will fine, and then we will arrest, and then we will prosecute everyone who is involved in tonight's or in yesterday's violence. I think you can take that as a guarantee from the police and as assurance to all Singaporeans and also to residents who live in Little India. I think to all law-abiding guest workers, nothing will happen to them. The police will protect their safety and they should go about their lives in the regular way. The police will pay extra attention, not just to Little India, but also to foreign worker dormitories and known places of congregation moving forward. So these are the actions that we will be taking in the immediate future.
Yes, go ahead.
How do you think this incident will affect Singapore's standing as a relatively peaceful country?
I think by and large, Singapore is known to be a peaceful country. We welcome guest workers here who are law-abiding and who want to make a living for themselves. And by and large, relationships are good. We also have, the police have also got community wardens working with the guest workers, among the guest workers themselves. And we will continue with this engagement. But we will not tolerate anyone who behaves in such a lawless way. And we will deal with it appropriately. At the same time, the police will also investigate, as I said, all aspects of the incident, including the initial traffic accident. And we will deal with everyone firmly, fairly, strictly, according to the law.
Gentleman Brown.
Just get some details. Is the man involved, the bus driver involved in the traffic accident, is he under arrest or is he in hospital? And also, do you expect to make any further arrests beyond the 27th?
The bus driver is in hospital because he's injured. He's not under arrest. Certainly, he will assist us in the investigation of the traffic accident. You can expect that we will make further arrests, right, in the hours and the days that follow. And anyone with information about people who are involved in the violence last night should tell the police. And as I've said before, we will go all out to find and to bring to custody everyone who was involved in this incident. I want to make another point, which is that police officers, and in total 300 were deployed, displayed maximum restraint. We did not fire any weapon, lethal or non-lethal, throughout this whole incident.
Can you tell us what weapons they had and how people describe explosions?
Oh, that's the vehicles that were on fire, and the explosions were a result of that, not from weapons.
You said they were carrying dangerous weapons, but
Police are armed, as you know.
oh no, sorry, I thought you said there's some protesters as well, no?
No, I'm talking about
just
police.
police, okay.
We did not discharge any of our weapons at the riot.
What was the condition of those that were arrested? As in, were they drunk?
Were they drunk?
What was the condition when they were arrested?
Investigations are ongoing at this time. We will release more information at the appropriate time. It's still too early to release that information at this time.
The lady over there, you hand up. Lady, what? No.
Oh yeah. No, actually, I think she was asking because you classified it as a riot with dangerous weapons.
Yes.
So what weapons were they using?
There were projectiles that were thrown at the police officers who responded to the scene, and we did find broken glass on the floor. So we do. So at this point in time, we do believe that bottles and glass objects were thrown at our officers.
Anything they could find, they could get their hands on the street. So I mean, you've taken photographs, right? Not just bottles, but railings, things like that.
How long did the police take to get everything under control? And what was the response rate from the first call to?
I think the first call came in 9 9:23. 9:23, and I think everything was resolved within the hour. 10, I think by 10:30, close to 11. Between 10:30 to 11, we have everything under control. Yeah.
SCDF reported in their press release 18 injured, of which 4 SCDF officers. So the remaining 14, 10 will be police officers, is it?
10 police officers, 4 SCDF officers. That's what I have.
So
Perhaps you want to repeat the numbers, Raja?
Yeah. What we have at this time are 10 police officers injured. Okay, and the two, the bus driver and the conductor, were also brought into hospital. So we also need to add both of them in to the casualty count.
And our officers, I mean, they're injured, but it's nothing too serious.
Can we rule out any premeditation in this act? Can we confirm? It sounds like it was sparked off by this accident and it was a random attack, so there's no question of premeditation. And we saw a total of 5 vehicles, 3 overturned, 2 on fire. Was any of the injuries taking place when the officers were still in the vehicles or in the ambulance? And can we get a sense of how the action unfolded? We were trying to get a sense. We had eyewitnesses saying that mobs were rolling down certain roads. Do we have a sense of how it unfolded from the point where the accident actually took place on Racehorse Road?
Actually, what happened was when the traffic accident occurred, very soon afterwards, there's actually footage out there on social media which actually shows that the bus was pelted and smashed. The front windows were all attacked. So that was really the starting point for this mob that just went on to then attack the responding police officers. And not just the responding police officers, they also attacked the SCDF officers who were responding and trying to remedy the situation. So this was really very aggressive behavior and totally unacceptable under the circumstances.
And when the riot troops arrived, we had a standoff with rioters. But eventually we dispersed them and we made arrests.
So no premeditation, sparked off.
So as far as we can tell, it was not pre-organized or premeditated.
Was the pedestrian killed immediately upon impact, or do you think that the delay of the SCDF ambulances from getting to him may have resulted in his death subsequently?
I think the details, we can't speculate at this point in time. Really, the coroner would have to take, get all the information to make the decision. Yeah.
I think I should make the point that a number of the questions that you have asked are also questions which the police will be going into in the course of the investigations. So it's really not appropriate to speculate on causes and actual events because the police are conducting the investigation at this point in time. So once again, I would ask that members of the public stay calm, not react to speculation, and also to let the facts be established. And I would reiterate that we will deal, have been asked the police to deal with all aspects of the case. The traffic accident itself, the events immediately after the traffic accident, and all ensuing events will be investigated thoroughly, and all persons involved will be dealt with firmly, fairly, strictly, according to the law. So these are the facts that we have as of now, and when we have other facts or other matters that we can inform you of, we will do so. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.